Hi, welcome Sharmistha, welcome Suneja, welcome to Movyaj, and here we are with another session of Movyaj. We keep hearing horror stories about students and their lives here. So now today we're going to speak to both of you about your journey, what made you come here, and how are you faring here, and the challenges, the ups, everything that you can share with us would be lovely for somebody else out there in India or elsewhere making a decision to come here that will greatly influence and impact their decision. So, uh, welcome to this candid conversation. So, we start with
Thank you.
that. Start with you're a student. What and which college are you enrolled in? And when did you arrive here? And what made you arrive here? Give us a bit of your background, a bit of your, what you have done, and your journey, from India to here.
Thank you so much for accommodating. It's a wonderful experience to share what our journey with you. I am Sarmishta. I am a student with Algoma University. I'm pursuing project management. Back home in India, I was an educator. I was teaching young minds, and it was my decision. I wanted to, have a breakthrough in my career, and that was the reason I chose Canada because Canada is labeled to be the second happiest country in the world. So that made me be here.
Uh, Hi, I'm Suneja. So I am also a student of Algoma University. I'm doing the same course of project management. So in India, I was working in IT industry as a software test lead, and I have an experience about 8 years. So moving to Canada, and getting a higher degree was a better option for me in my industry, especially in project management. I was interested in. I was looking for some of the colleges in Canada. That's how I reached here. Yeah, I
And
came here.
how has it been so far for both of you?
Uh, for me, it is like very exciting because since I've came here in September this year, so um, last 3 months it was like first month was very difficult, like getting used to this new environment. It was very difficult, but um only thing which worries me is about the future. Other than that, the studies, our university, all environments are really good, and we are getting used to that. So I'm happy so far.
What about you, Sharmishta?
Um, this was the first time I have had such a long journey. You know, traveling continents, traveling seas, coming to this part of the world. Without a doubt, it's a beautiful country. Back home in Delhi, we lack fresh air. We cannot see clear skies. So nature is at its best. When we talk about climate change, yes, it is paradise. Um, till now, my journey as a student has been ecstatic. My professors are so learned, learning from them, the kind of hand holding that I've got, how to address an email or, basic things has been very, very supportive. But yes, now the journey from here puts me to worry.
We'll get to the next phase, the worry phase. So hold that thought. So, how did you do your research? Tell us a bit about the research that went behind making this decision. Why Canada, and what were the main reasons for Canada? And I believe that you did more research. You looked at more countries, to study. Did you? or was it just Canada that you researched on?
I had my eyes on UK, I had my eyes on Australia, but somehow I don't know. I was more convinced coming to Canada. No doubt, moving to UK is a better option because you need not show any funds in your account. Okay, so it's quite easy. But the kind of Brexit that has happened and the kind of job market it was when this, because even processing takes a lot of time. It is actually a year ahead, more than a year ahead. Like if you are planning now in December 2023, you can land only in 2025, not before that. So yes, we landed on, I came on 1st of September. So it was like I started planning since 2022, January. So it has been a long time. A lot of paperwork goes into it. Moving to UK was easier during my time, as I mentioned earlier. But uh, yeah, Canada was my choice.
Great. Even though UK was a better, easier choice for you because, as you said, you rightly pointed out that you don't need to show that kind of funds, but you still chose Canada as your option. And is there a particular reason for that?
During those days when I was making this decision, the job market of Europe had already crashed. People, students over there, they were jobless. You
So
know,
you basically
even people.
imagined a better opportunity landscape
Yes,
here. Yeah.
yes,
Suneja.
true.
Regarding me, Canada, I have just tried for Canada, but I've thought about UK as well. But since some of the due to some of the personal reasons, I was going for Canada only. More research goes into Canada only. So what I saw was in UK the cost fees were higher for the course which I was looking for. So the to the if we are looking for 1 year course in UK, we can I think that is equivalent to the 2 years course in Canada. That was one of the difference which I found. And then as I told, I was looking more into Canada only. And my research was like I had some courses in mind, and I was searching for the best university in Canada for those. For I was looking for project management and business analysis. So these two courses were my primary focus. So that's how I did some research on the universities, and I came up with Algoma University, and applied few other universities as well. But I was impressed by this opportunity, and that's how I reached here.
I believe because you have your family as well here, that's a
Yeah,
very big reason why you chose Canada. And
yeah,
obviously, for most people who are arriving from another country to a completely alien foreign land, um, it will be obvious that if they have family and friends, the journey becomes much easier.
yes,
Um,
that's right.
but coming to, you already had a vision of Canada and what it is going to offer you as a student, as a person who is envisioning a certain future. Are you happy with, uh, after arriving here, are you happy with what has come your way? How how do you see your future unfolding?
um, like every student who lands in Canada, we also came with a lot of hope. Like we had a lot of plan. Like after 2 years, how our life is going to be. So it was the same for us as well. So after reaching here, the university environment, and it was so welcoming, and we were like, wow, we are going towards our journey, like towards our target. So that was the feeling. But and it is a different experience of the education which we are getting here. It's a different experience. So that was also very exciting for us. And but uh, after reaching here this year, I think we are facing a lot of struggles, a lot of changes in the rules which is happening regarding the working hours and all those news which is coming up, including me. Every student in Canada has this thought, like, where is our future going to be? So same is the case with me. I'm also having this worry, like how this will take us forward. Though we still have a lot of hope in the government and the rules, which is taking like more steps are being taken care of for the in case of international students problems. So we're looking forward to that.
Sharmistha.
Well, for me, when I was doing my research, the kind of articles I went through, it showed a number of opportunities. The vacancies were being too high. Even now, when you go through Indeed, if I apply through Indeed, it's like thank you for your application. But after that, it's a silence, forever silence, which is not breaking. So initially, yes, I had very high hopes when I landed, but now the job market is really, really bad. Even in my class, if I see 50% of the students have been able to land a permanent these part-time jobs. So if part-time jobs, if the job of a cashier is, I have to struggle to reach to that kind of a job, I don't know what it will take me to get a job of my own field, you know. And I was reading some articles which said that Ontario is being overpopulated. The kind of population it had, the growth it had after the war, uh, it is highest. It has crossed that now in this year. But even at the same time, as immigration increases, emigration is also increasing. People are moving out of the province. They are getting their education, but now their choices are Nova Scotia or Alberta. So now I am like, um, if my objective now is to get a job of my field. I don't mind moving to another province, but will it affect my points? So right now, you have to think about your PR system as well. Okay, so it is not that you start studying and after 2 years you start building on your profile. That will not help. You have to be focused right now. If we are not focused and if we are not working towards the ultimate goal, I'm sorry, but we have darker days ahead.
I understand your concern. So now coming to something that's very, very recent. So in the wake of the recent news of new policies that will restrict the permit for international students and the decision to raise the fund requirements, um, is all over actually. If you uh, read digital news, it's everywhere that they have raised the requirement for funds for international students. Your thoughts? How much, like how much do you need to show currently, and do you think that it is something that was needed, it will help, or will it be an extreme burden, or will it cut out a lot of students who want to study, however they don't have that much funds to show? Just your thoughts.
Um, I think it is a good decision, and at the same time, it's a bad decision. Good decision because people who are really serious of immigrating to Canada, only they will be, eyeing their ultimate. I should say that they should be eyeing towards the country because, as I said, people come, people get their PR cards, and they are moving out. So the government also has a burden of those people who have not contributed to the economy. So in that way, yes, it's a good decision. But I think in India, it's not only money. People are really talented, children are really talented. So something, some grants can be given, some scholarships can be given by the universities to promote young minds to get the real talent that the country needs. Uh, yes, that is what I feel.
So basically, you're saying that keep it, keep revising policies according to the inflation and how much they would need, but having said that, do have another policy whereby you get talented students in without those barriers of funds and all of that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is
More or
exactly what
less.
I'm trying to say,
Okay.
because it cannot be that people are coming. I met a person, I'll tell you, I met a person he was an Uber driver. He came here, uh, he had a double master's. I'll not take his name. He was from Delhi. Since he was from Delhi, we connected and we started talking. And he was like, it's 9 months. I'm not liking it. I'm going back. But he has that PR card. So again, a burden for the government, a burden for the economy. The one who is not, even in my batchmates, I have friends who are like, we are here only for 4, 5 years, then we'll go back. Because back home in India, we have a luxurious life. We have people who are cooking for us, we have people who are cleaning for us, we have people who are driving our cars. So it's a comfortable life, right? So I don't know if they are only coming here to have an easy old age life. If that is the concern, then we need to revise the policies. Then government is bingo in what they are doing.
The thing is, it's not that easy either, you know,
Mhm.
because you are in for a shock if you're only thinking that you're going to get by in your old age here. No, you need to have pension that will sustain you here. Everything is very expensive and the weather is not suitable, so of course you have to get by the weather also. And I guess that there are a lot of people who come in here but they have not landed jobs. And imagine somebody with a double master's not landing a job of his choice and having to drive an Uber is not an option for very long. So I guess that is also another aspect that perhaps, is in the loop basically. Yes, Suneja,
I
quickly.
totally got your point. I am
Yeah.
sorry, I'm cutting you short. Yes, what you said is totally correct. Being double masters, being with the STEM that is in demand, being in the technological field, being an engineer, being having an IT degree, having double masters, not able to land a job is something that worries him. But at the same time, it cannot be that you're coming, taking a card, and then going back to your own country. That approach of the people is wrong, and that is why sometimes the government is taking these harsh steps for people who really want to live, or people who just want to come and go, you know. Yes, it is difficult what you are trying to say. Yes, it is difficult for people to land a job. Job market is horrible.
Completely,
Honestly, job
completely
market is
agree.
horrible.
Yeah.
If Suneja wants to continue.
Yeah, I'm just coming back to the question. Okay. So basically, the two aspects which government has brought together now was like increasing the GIC amount. It is actually double the amount. It from now it will be the double the amount which we actually paid when we arrived in Canada. So we paid 10,000 cat. Now it will be 20,000, above 20,000. So the uh, I'm talking about that. So that is, according to me, that is a good step that government has revised this GIC amount. Why? Because GIC is is to meet our cost of living in Canada. So we always have that support, like once before landing Canada, we have that GIC amount in our account. So based on the latest cost of living in Canada, it is required actually for the students. So I believe that it was a good thing. Second thing is to limit the like they have come up with a decision to limit the number of student visa. So on that, what I believe is already the students who are in Canada are struggling. So there should be a limit in bringing people in as students in Canada.
The city of Brampton and Sheridan College, they have come out with a charter which basically talks about improving student experiences here. How do you see it? What kind of help do you think that the government should be doing? What kind of intervention do you really see the government doing? And tell us what your thoughts are about this charter. So, Neja, you want to go first?
Yes. For me, the main thing which international student who are already here requires is a job. Okay, so they have already started their studies and they are going good in that. So they are struggling. The main struggle which they are facing is in case of job. So what we have noticed is that in our class, in our batch also, almost 95% of the students have are mature students who already have experience in their own field, in different fields. So they initially started searching for a job in their own area of interest, in their own field. uh, since they are not getting jobs, which we had a restriction that we can do only part-time jobs. So initially it is not easy to find in their own field. So gradually they have also started looking for jobs which are not from their field also. So main help which people need is in case of job. So I believe if they are if there is some opportunity which have some pipeline courses which can take in people from different areas. We have enough people from all the areas, whether it be from IT or from construction field or management field. Every people are already here as students, so this can be utilized as well. So that is the main thing which I would prefer that government could do. What is your perspective, Sharmistha?
Thank you, Suneja. Well,
Absolutely,
what I
yeah.
feel is, what I feel is, people in our class had landed jobs, but were rejected because they were not, they cannot give, um, it was a full hours. They are not ready to hire people for these temporary jobs. Even having work in your own field, they're not ready to hire you for limited number of hours. They want you to be there day in, day out. So yes, it's okay for a full-time job. Um, Secondly, what I feel, the community, I think the government has taken a step much later, much later. Because if you see, uh, Glidden Road, um, Gurudwara, they have a certain program, Khalsa Aid, providing groceries to international students. So, yes, we as Indians are very lucky because our community is supporting us. But what about the other communities? There are children not only from India, but from other parts of the world as well. If you go to any Gurudwara, they welcome you, irrespective of your background. We are Indians, so we go. And it is, they even have programs for mental health. They even guide you how to build your resumes, or if your landlord is harassing you. This is again a very major thing, because landlords, they are printing money. They are minting money with the kind of accommodations being provided, the quality, the quantity, the number of people living in one house. It's too much. It's too much. So uh, it, it it is not just jobs, but people who are coming right now need to be aware that where you are going to land. Universities which do not have hostels, which cannot provide accommodation, should have limited number of seats. That is the first thing the government should do. If a university cannot provide a campus, what experience a student, we are mature students, we have experienced something vast in our own countries, but there are students who are coming after 12th standard, they're 18, they're 22, they need to have good experiences. So it is the job of the university not only to provide, you know have a experience of a good class, but also, you know uh, like Sheridan you mentioned. If you see Sheridan, the kind of programs they have, my friend volunteering in those programs. If I see my university, there are so many things, you can come, you can do this. What am I doing? Where are those programs? On If I see jobs on campus, where are they? And it is not that people cannot land in those jobs. There are people who are coming from outside. Why so? So answers lie within the university. They should promote co-op work programs, because co-op again helps you join your stream. Because if I'm coming with a purpose, if I'm coming with a program, if I am investing my time, my energy, and my money into a program for 2 years, I do see myself, you know, definitely I want to go that way. That is why I've opted for this program. So this is one thing. And it's quite late that the government has taken the initiative, but it's better late than never. So that is what I feel.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, both of you, uh, for sharing your thoughts, for sharing your student life in Canada. This is a window to everyone who's contemplating a move as a student. Um, and this will also prep them to do their research better. Just one question. Does your college not have an employment counselor or an employment unit that supports students to find a job, find a part time, polished CVs and everything?
Yes, we have. We in even the website also helps. Like our university website also have some job offers, but the requirements which they mention are because of those requirements, people are finding it difficult. And also, I think only after first semester they are considering people for their on-campus jobs. So the first semester, based on their performance, is also mentioned in the requirements. So all these factors are finding it difficult for people to find a job in campus itself. So, but still, there are efforts from the university side. They are hosting some sessions for preparing us for finding a better job, and there is an employment cell which is listing the opportunities through website. These are also there, but it should be, what we are considering is it should be more, like considering the amount of students who are already here. So it is not enough. That's what I find.
Actually, there are more than 1,500 students. So the number of job opportunities are really less, really, really less. They did help us with resume building. Uh, there was only one seminar. That's it. That is what happened.
Yeah, so they need to amp up their efforts clearly because there are extremely concerned students on the other side. Uh, Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for letting us share our views. Thank you for this platform. I hope children now who are joining will be more careful, will think not twice, but 100 times before making a decision.